Hey, welcome to the show. This is Warren Sprouse. You're on the Bible Forum. We're here every Sunday night from 8 until 10 p.m., and we're here for you. You thought it was about me? It's not about me. It's about you. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's some folks climbing into the chat room as we speak. You might want to jump in there. You're watching online here live at ustream.tv. You've gone to our website, thebibleforum.net. You've gotten onto the Ustream, and there's a little thing to the right, and it says chat. You go in there, you can chat with the folks when they jump in. Sometimes they have some interesting things to say. Sometimes they have questions, comments that you don't get to hear or see because I can't really watch that and watch you and the equipment all at the same time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I usually do about 5 or 6 videos. I think we're going to do 8, so we don't have time to fool around. But if you do have a question, comment, something you'd like for me to address, by all means, put it in the chat room. I'll catch it at some point. Also, during the week, you can call. The phone number is 843 732-0289. That's all week long, 24 hours a day. You can leave a message. Sometimes I actually see it and answer the phone. Or you can email it or something. You can get the question to me. I'd rather be talking about the things that you're interested in than thinking about what you need to know or want to know and coming up with that. We've got Trump's cabinet pick for the national security advisor that went south all of a sudden. The mainstream press is somewhat giddy with joy that he's gone. No, that they got rid of him. They don't care about him at all. But wait, what happened? All of this that happened is a federal crime. An American citizen's telephone conversation was tapped without his knowledge. Oh, my goodness. Didn't think about that, did you? This thing's not over yet. And that nasty Trump has started rounding up immigrants. Just this week, there were raids in which about 100 illegals were arrested. Is this I told you so? But again, wait. That's not exactly what happened. It's not as it seems. We're going to talk about kids' games. There's a kids' game, an internet game, digital game called Roblox. Hopefully you've never heard of it. But one father did. He checked it out. He's not happy. Are you doing your taxes yet? It's February. If you've got your W-2s and 1099s and all that sort of stuff, you can go ahead and file. If you got money coming back, you do. If you don't, you wait to the last minute. But your new president has issued an executive order to the IRS, and he has told them to ignore one of the boxes that you are required to check. We're going to talk about that one. You're going to like it. Do you know what sets Christianity apart from every other religion in the world? Well, you do if you've looked at my website and checked the carousel, the front page where the pictures rotate through. You probably already know. But we're going to talk about that. And then there's Obama's secret army. And there's Glenn Beck's praise of a new movie about spiritism. He thinks it's Christianity. And what's really going on in America, as well as a little Bible study. A Bible study on eschatology. You know what eschatology is, right? It's the doctrine of final things. You'd know that if you had signed up for the Bible Institute. We talk about it. We're talking about Gog and Magog and Armageddon. Do you know the difference? We had a little debacle in the last week over Mike Flynn's cabinet appointment. Investigators, including Capitol Police, have been looking into whether classified or other sensitive information has been hacked by former information technology, or IT, staffers employed by Democrats in Congress. Now a source has confirmed to WND WorldNet Daily that the problem is so big it's being handled as a criminal matter. That's right, criminal. And the source says subjects will likely receive prison sentences. A House committee that deals with security-related issues is cooperating with Capitol Police in their investigation, according to the source. Politico initially reported 2 weeks ago that 5 House employees were under investigation for possible equipment theft and unauthorized access of House IT systems. And then the Daily Caller reported the focus has been on 3 brothers, Abid, Imran, and Jamal Awan, quoted suspected of compromising the networks of Democrats on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence and House Committee on Foreign Affairs, end of quote. The Awan brothers were all barred from access to House computer systems and then fired, apparently sometime in the last 10 days, but only after the story broke. The brothers were not employed by the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence or the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, but their services were shared by the offices of several Democratic Party lawmakers. The fact that Capitol Police have acknowledged there's an investigation, but the House Permanent Select Committee is confident its computer system was not compromised and that investigators may be looking into whether classified or insensitive material may have been illegally accessed on the individual computer systems there in the Democratic lawmakers' offices and the committee who employed the Awan brothers. It's a tangled web. But the 3 Democratic lawmakers who employed these brothers and who are on the House Permanent Security Council include Representative Andre Carson from Indiana and Representative Jackie Speer from California and Representative Joaquin Castro from Texas. And oh yeah, they're all Democrats. Last week, the ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, conducted a series of raids rounding up convicted criminals who were ignoring court orders to surrender. Democrats took to the airwaves to complain about President Trump's policies and his clear overreaching. The director of the Department of Homeland Security, which has the oversight for ICE, was quick to correct the record. The raids, apparently, which stretched from California to New York, were more than 680 unauthorized immigrants, quote, who pose a threat to public safety, border security, or the integrity of our nation's immigration system, end of quote, were apprehended for deportation and jail. Kelly added that the nearly 700 immigrants arrested, out of that number, 75% were criminal aliens convicted of crimes, including but not limited to homicide, aggravated sexual abuse, sexual assault of a minor, lewd, lascivious acts with a child, indecent liberties with a minor, drug trafficking, battery, assault, DUI, and weapons charges. The Democrats were not initially convinced of Kelly's claim. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi told reporters on Thursday this week that there's a cloud of doubt around the 75% figure on which ICE should further elaborate. She said, quote, I haven't seen any statistics that support that claim. I have a great deal of respect for Secretary Kelly, but by observation, this is hard to support. After Democrats levied concerns, ICE Acting Director Thomas Homan gave a handful of House members, which included Republicans, a briefing Thursday to discuss the recent raids. Afterward, Representative Linda Sanchez, who's a Democrat in California, told reporters the takeaway from the meeting was that, quote, the universe of people who are priority for removal is greatly expanded, end of quote, and that many more raids are expected in the future. Sanchez added that ICE's only limitations are due to their relatively small resources and manpower. That's code for the Obama administration keeping that agency on a short leash. Independent Journal Review obtained a copy of the list of the various criminal offenses provided by members by Director Homan, which shows that Kelly was correct in his assertion that the crimes were of a severe nature. 161 DUIs, 47 cases of domestic violence, 15 assaults with aggravated weapon, 15 cases of sex offense, fondling against a child, dozens of other cases of sexual and violent crimes. In total, 507 out of the 683 apprehended immigrants had criminal convictions consistent with Kelly's claim of 75%. However, as Democrats noted, some of the crimes were less severe, including traffic violations and shoplifting. And oh, by the way, that raid was in the pipeline before the Obama administration exited the building. This was not something Trump did. Does your children play with video games, digital things on their little boxes or on the computers or whatever? Have you ever heard of a game called Roblox? Like many parents, Ian Morrison tried to keep up with what his children are doing online. That's why he decided to check out his son's favorite online game, Roblox. Now, according to a website, kidspot.com, Morrison, who is a dad of two from England, became interested in Roblox after reading that it was the new Minecraft. He was immediately concerned that this game allows strangers to contact and communicate with young kids. Roblox, which markets itself as a gaming site for kids and teens, invites children into a virtual world to, quote, create adventures, play games, role play, and learn with their friends, end of quote. Roblox is available for consoles, computers, and mobile devices and boasts 30 million monthly users, most of whom are children and teens. The game's appeal, apparently, is found in its virtual worlds, which the game says is a place to, quote, create adventures, play games, role play, and learn with your friends, end of quote. It was the chat function that showed Morrison how dangerous the game could be. Morrison told The Sun, that's a publication in Great Britain, that he decided to check out Roblox on his 8-year-old's iPad. At first, he didn't see any problems and visited several of the game's virtual rooms. However, in less than about 15 minutes, Mormon was the target of online predators. He said, quote, I went into this water slide room with a pool and immediately was propositioned. Whoever it was said, hi. So I said, hi. And they asked if I was a boy or a girl. They asked my age. So I said, I was an 8-year-old boy. They asked me to follow them to their house, then into the bedroom, and asked me to lie down on top of them. And then they started with sexual movements. Horrified, this dad removed the game from his son's iPad. Now, to his relief, his children had no idea what the references meant, but it wasn't a whole lot of comfort. He told the son, it made my guts turn. They were talking in code, but it was as clear as day to see. Now, does anyone really believe the children we now call snowflakes have parents who will be able to be this alert or this discerning?